guys, welcome back to yet another episode of the PS2 Collector, episode 72. So guys, at the moment we have 439 games into the collection, and on this episode today I picked up 4 unique titles that I've never heard of. What could that be? Stay tuned, because this is something obviously that you guys don't want to miss. Right guys, so let's start off with the first game of this video, game number 440, and that is Off-Road Land Rover. So this game was released very late into the PS2's lifecycle. It was released in the year 2008, and I thought, you know what, I just had high expectations when I put this in. I thought, you know what, it might be a decent racer, but I was quickly aware that this game is a budget title. It looks like a budget title. When I look at the graphics, I thought, you know what, the game should be pushing, especially in 2008, should be pushing the PS2's hardware to the limit. However, you can tell there was loads of shortcuts in this game. The element of realism is not there in my opinion, because when you're on dirt tracks you expect a bit of dirt to be on the car, but again the damage mechanics is just not the best. That's my personal opinion. And with the Ford series, this was it. This was the last ever Ford game, and I think, you know what, it was the correct decision to end this series, because the Ford series never took off. It never took off, because at the time, especially in the years between 99 to 2010, racing games were peak, man. You're talking about the Burnout franchise, the Need for Speed franchise, the Colin McRae series, Forza, Gran Turismo, even Ridge Racer at the time was quite a decent game, even Blur. So there's so much competition, and Ford thought, you know what, we can't invest money into a video game. We should be investing our money into what we know best, and that is creating excellent vehicles. But if you are a fan of Land Rovers or the Ford franchise, give this game a go, because it's not a bad game. I won't say it's a terrible game. There is a bit of fun. However, its bland environment and repeatable game mechanics is just not good enough. That's my personal opinion. But if you do enjoy Ford, give this game a go. And that, my friend, is game number 440, Off-Road Land Rover. Right guys, so on to the next game, game number 441, and it's a movie-based tie-in game developed by Sierra for the PS2. That is Robots. Now, I remember buying this game as a kid, and at the time I thought this game is phenomenal. It looks amazing. However, looking back in 2026 hindsight and looking at this game thoroughly, I've got to say that this game does have its negatives, especially the PS2 version, because when I was playing it, this game only runs for the PS2 on 30 frames per second, whilst the most superior versions, the Xbox and PC versions, run double that at 60 frames per second. And the camera was not the best, but again, it is a budget title, so you're gonna expect some dodgy cameras. However, the graphics, brilliant for the time. It is family friendly, and again, since the game being too short, it lacks any replayability whatsoever. Once the credit rolls, that's the game. And the fetch quests are quite tedious, but doesn't take away how good this game is. And if you do have children, and if you're a fan of the Robots movie, I doubt anyone was, this game might be just for you. It is forgotten, but again, this is what this channel's about, giving these games a second chance. And guys, Robots, who remembers the movie? Better yet, who remembers the game? Leave in the comments below. And guys, that's game number 441, Robots, for the PS2. Right guys, so on to the next game, game number 442, and that is Big Mother Truckers for the PS2. Me, never heard of it, never saw it back in the day. And for me, when I was looking at the review, this game is sort of a cult classic. Again, it does have its positive and a variety of negatives. So let's look at the story first. The story is about Ma Jackson. She has 4 children and she has a business that she wants to leave behind to one of her children, and she can only give it to one of them. So she issued out a challenge. Whoever earns the most in 60 days trucking gets her company. So the story is quite engaging. The gameplay, it is a mixed bag. It looks quite decent. The gameplay is quite fun. However, after a certain amount of time, it becomes dull, repetitive, and it's like rinse and repeat, which again, you've got to add a bit more variety of missions or levels into these kind of games. You've got to make it a bit more engaging, but I thought they took the easy way out and just kept it basic and simple. But when it comes to arcade racing games, you've got to open the Pandora's box. You've got to add more emphasis into the game. However, it just becomes bland after a certain amount of time. Again, never played it. Looked at the gameplay and there was quite a complaint about its wonky control. This game is very hard to control and sometimes does become a bit difficult. But for me, I think we should give this game a go. It does have that cult classic title on it, and I'm gonna give it a go because I do enjoy arcade racing. However, what I don't like about this game, it lacks a 2-player mode, and that for me has killed a bit of interest in this game, because when it comes to racing games, 2-player is a must, especially back in the day, in the PS2 era. 2-player is a must, and when this game lacked 2-player, you can't play with a friend or a relative. It just makes this game just one-dimensional. It doesn't open up the possibilities you can do with your friends and family. But again, it is what it is. And guys, Big Mother Truckers, have you heard about this game? Is this game any good? Leave it in the comments below. And guys, that's game number 441. Mother Truckers. Right guys, so on to the final game of this video, game number 443. And I heard that this game is a hidden gem of some sorts, and that is Shadow Man 2, The Second Coming. Just look at that front cover. That is brilliant. That is amazing front cover. The game, never played it. Never played either Shadow Man the first game or the second game, but I heard loads of great things. I heard that this game is underappreciated, undervalued, and again, with cult classics, the PS2 had loads of them. There's so many great games for the PS2. Games like these just got missed out on, and I'm quite a few people that did not get to play this game. Infamously, Acclaim tried to advertise their games, this game right here, on an actual tombstone, but that got cancelled due to the public outcry. I'm thinking, that's got to be ridiculous. What a terrible idea. So this, you can tell Acclaim really wanted to promote this game. Again guys, I read the reviews. People say that the first game overshadows the second game. People say the first game is way better, way polished, and the second game did not capture the magic like the first game. So guys, leave in the comments below, Shadow Man 2, is it worth playing? Does it deserve the title? Underappreciated cult classic or a hidden gem? Again, leave in the comments below. So guys, that's the final game of this video, game number 443, Shadow Man 2, Second Coming. So guys, we are slowly approaching the landmark of 450 games, and again, my challenge at the end of the year is to get 1000 PS2 games. When I go to my next convention, I'm gonna go on a PS2 hunt, and get as many PS2 games as I can, especially the ones from Japan. So guys, until next time, take care.